Hola culés, soy Rafinha y ya estoy en Barcelona.
Yep, that's better. I'm still pissed. He should have been in this jersey. But perhaps I'm actually looking at this all wrong. He was a dribbler and scored very highly on the eye test. And where did his career take him? See, not all Salinis lead their teams to wins and trophies. So at the end of the day, he may just end up being this dude, the 2.0 version. But if he resembles anything like him, or him, I will never stop crying. Wait a minute. Back up. Kids, do your Googles. Do you know how good this freak of nature was in this kit? But at least we got the English rah. Happy to have him. And maybe this move will help to rejuvenate his career. Because we just hope we get this version of Sterling. Whether you rate him or not, he was extremely effective at the World Cup and was one of the main reasons why England even made the final. And he even showed that if football never worked out, he could have gone to the Olympics. We just have to hope that we do not get this version. As amazing as it was for Man City, this moment I believe began a downward spiral to which he's never recovered. Chelsea represents something new and fresh that can uplift him and remind the guys just how good he can be when he's at his best in the Premier League. And I wonder what will happen to this guy now that Sterling's a Chelsea player. Shout out to Koulibaly as well. Leader for both club and country. Let's throw in a trophy in there as well. Contracts have been signed and he now joins Sterling at Stamford Bridge. I was really sad to see this man go. Who this? But life is all about moving forward. And hopefully he can bring that leadership and quality to Chelsea alongside this man. A guy can't attempt to break dance during a match? Stop. When we have Star Wars auditions, we'll call you. Day 6,890 and yet another club rejects my guy. Yesterday, they said no. And now our good friend Tadby met with Tuchel and the Tuchel wisely decided against signing this dude as our striker. Don't know about you, but Zimmer frames are expensive. This is where it went wrong for Ronaldo. He should have never left. Whether it was due to more pay or him wanting to take his talents to Turin, it was a bad decision. From the moment he arrived at Madrid, I thought this would be his club for most of his career, and it isn't beyond the realm to say he has a 6th or 7th UCL, or even more Ballon d'Ors in this Madrid setup. However, we don't get this version of Benzema, who has been a total joy to watch and has brought back that kind of football that I admire. This version of him was held back by Ronaldo, and he also helped build the scholarship building in the Brick Academy. So the more of this man we see, I think the better it is for football. A deal has been reached. Barcelona and Man United agree on 75 million euros, which could rise to this much with add-ons. Finally, it's all done. After so much back and forth, these two will finally be reunited. This was De Jong's response when he heard he was finally headed to Manchester. No! Guys, he don't want to leave. Beyond just the cheddar he's getting and is owed, who chooses to leave Barcelona? Even with this dude as manager. And it's not as if he's going to Bayern or PSG. He's going to play with these two world-class talents. It is really down to what Frankie wants. He still has a contract, and he's in sunny Spain, and he just recently proposed. How much you want to bet his future wife breaks up with him if she has to wake up to this every morning? Relax, United fans. Lisandro Martinez is imminent, and along with Eriksen, 9 Hags targets are slowly being assembled. But United fans, I need us to make a pinky promise. If Man United start taking L's and the players underperform, don't say it's the manager. So let's go through them. He was never given a summer. Maybe he was past it. Completed dud by actually winning you a trophy. He was obsessed with a gold ring. And I don't know who this is. This is a big step up for Ten Hag, from the Eredivisie to the Premier League. He's going to be under a lot of pressure, as all the previous United managers were. And with all this Ronaldo drama, he's had to hit the ground running. But you know what they say about pressure in football? Nothing beats it than winning matches. And surely, he can't do worse than this.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
Ousmane Dembele announced his decision to sign a new contract with Barcelona. Even though he was looking to get more money, the allure of homeboy was too much to resist, and he and his agents caved in with a salary reduction. He was actually offered a contract renewal that would have made him one of the best paid players at the club back in January, but he refused. Now he has had to accept a salary that is 40% less. But for a moment, everyone thought that this would be his final year with Barca. But he showed Barca fans what they can come to expect over the next 2 years. Look, if this man stays fit, he is an incredibly talented footballer that can be a massive asset to his team. I still believe, based on natural talent, he's better than my guy. But the thing about football is talent only takes you so far. You have to apply it in an effective way. And also, you actually have to be on the pitch. And it's a new world now for Dembele. Because if he messes up, this man will be there and hungry to take his spot. Chelsea are looking at Gnabry. But I would only be happy if we get this version of the player, who was very cold and arguably was just as, or maybe even more important than Lewandowski that year. But he's waiting to hear Bayern's proposal and he wants to stay. Also, don't know how deep his ties are to Arsenal, who still have nightmares of my man. Mbappe FC continues to make moves. The Galtier Campos era is in full swing and their eyes are now focused on a striker. Shamaka is the man they want to bring in, but they don't want to pay the full 50 mil for your boy. So they have an alternative. Talented Benfica striker Gonzalo Ramos. I've always said that PSG are missing an out-and-out striker, hence why I thought Lewandowski would make sense. But with him twerking for Barcelona, it's about just getting someone decent to occupy that position and allow Mbappe and Messi to cook. And if he can still be bothered. What a World Cup we had. It was great weather, the sun was shining, superb matches. I cannot believe that these dudes ended up. Nah. This is going to be us watching the World Cup this November. It is what it is. There are quite a few people that believe this will be Neymar's year and Brazil will bring home the gold. And the legend himself came out and gave his thoughts. Ronaldo said, "We have a good team, but it still depends on Neymar. If he's fit, Brazil can win the World Cup. For 10 years, Neymar has been carrying Brazil on his own. And despite all the young talents, nothing has changed." With the likes of Vini, Rafinha, and Anthony, maybe that is the support system Neymar needs to enter legendary status for Brazil. But you see, Brazil have always had legendary strikers. Pelé, Romario, Ronaldo. I actually rated Luis Fabiano. But you know, Dunga tax. So who will lead the line for Brazil this summer? Who will fill the demanding role as Brazil's striker? You're kidding me. I swear, if this is his haircut for the World Cup, I will sue on my idol's behalf. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. Much love.